All right, this is a gentleman from Australia. He's here on the Iditasport. We're at Kaltag Checkpoint, and he's been gracious enough to talk to us. What's your name, and you're from where in Australia?
Yeah, well, my name is Troy Szczurkowski. I'm from Brisbane, Australia, on the east coast. Currently, it's summer back home, so it's in the high 90s. So why would I leave a nice, warm, sunny beach environment to come to Alaska? Very good question.
So, how long have you been in Alaska now?
This is my third time to Alaska, but on this trip I arrived mid-February. So it's been quite a time just acclimatising to the weather.
And you said that you've had a couple big runs here the last few days. Do you care to share that with us?
Yeah, look, the last 2 days have been very big. On the river, I left Ruby and I ended up in Koyukuk. The previous day, that was 17 and a half hours. Very fast river. Yesterday was very tough, coming from Koyukuk through to here in Kaltag. The snow was very soft, very deep, very sugary with no base. So it's been a very tough pushing day yesterday.
So what's the overall distance that you're going? You're going the 1,000 miles?
Yeah, the full distance from Knick Lake up to Nome is 1,000 miles for us bikers on the Iditarod Trail Invitational.
How did you hear about this?
Oh, many years ago, a buddy and I were talking about racing, and he mentioned the race up north. He called it. My buddy, he's part Hawaiian, and I said, "Oh, what sort of conditions of the race?" And he said, "Cold, very cold." Well, I mean, he's part Hawaiian, so naturally anything below 80 is going to be very cold for him.
23 miles out.
Just tell us about your bike. I'm going to swing around to your bike, and for us in the lower 48, this is what's called a fat bike. I'm going to kind of go over closer so you can see the bike up closer. Sorry about the fingers. You can see the tires are quite large. They've got spikes in them, and you can see how he has the storage all around the bike. What's the unit here in the middle with the white? That's
a frame bag. That's where I keep, in the top pocket I keep all my food. In the lower pocket I keep all my tools and spares. The frame and fork is full titanium. The rims are carbon fibre. So it's overall the bike is very, very light. The crucial thing is trying to reduce the mass of the bike. It improves the amount of gear that you can carry on the bike. A lot of the bags I've made myself, just to suit exactly what I wanted to carry in them.
All right, I think, and again, this is from Kaltag, Alaska. The same checkpoint is used by dog mushers, fat bike riders, and walkers. There's actually people who walk the whole distance. I had the pleasure 3 years ago of running into quite a few of them. Have you seen many on the trail?
Yes, yeah. One of the walkers I've leapfrogged a few times over the last week or so. They pull some pretty good speeds.
Yeah.
It's not uncommon for a lot of the walkers to finish at the same time as the bikers. So sometimes the bike may be efficient, but the walkers are very consistent. They put in some very consistent efforts, and the distance they can make up each day is phenomenal.
Well, again, I thank you very much, sir, and Godspeed to Nome.
Thank you very much. My pleasure. Great having a chat to you.
Thank you, sir.
No problem at all.